So after 6 years, I quit my job on Monday. Now, this isn't a 3 reasons you should quit your job part two, but what this is going to be is a video about initiating change and eliminating what no longer serves you. This is a new era that we are stepping into. And in this video, we're going to cover 4 things that you can do to switch things up in your favor so you can have your best year ever in 2023. Okay, so number 1 is to quit your job. Now, I'm going to give different advice than last time. Do not leave unless you have something lined up or you have a means to provide for yourself and your family. But if you're in a space where your role isn't serving you, or you're under bad leadership, maybe you just don't see a clear future in your role, leave. It's a choice. Just like your employer can terminate you at will or fire you at will, you can leave at any time. There is no obligation to stay. And truly, when you leave, you really get the opportunity to find out the type of company that you are working for. But if you're in a space where you just feel drained or you're running in a circle, get out, because it's this endless loop and you can't afford to waste time chasing carrots. So that may be the biggest of switch ups. If you really want to switch things up in your favor, if you're in a role that no longer serves you, that might be really time right now to take a look at leaving, so you don't go into the new year with that same energy from your old job or your current role, whatever. Leave, switch it up. You owe no one at your job anything. You have to protect your energy, and most importantly, you have to protect your peace. Part 2, unfollow everybody. Listen, social media, it's wild out there. It's so influential that you see a collective shift of consciousness happening with each news cycle, whether it's the Kanye thing or the economy. There's just way too much information out there and way too much influence. And if you do get on social media and you decide to scroll, sometimes, at least for me, it's almost like a mindless scroll, like the eyes glazed over type of vibe. It's never a good thing because there's no mindfulness that's attached, and your subconscious is hit up with this different mix of energy. Negative, positive. There's just a lot of emotions that are attached to that scrolling, and it does affect you. It makes it really hard to focus. You're just mindlessly scrolling through hundreds of different pictures and videos of different things. There's no focus. So if you have a tough time getting focused, that could be a part of it. I recently went and unfollowed a bunch of people. I would keep following them because they followed me, but I really don't, know them like that, right? And their content isn't necessarily for me. Again, eliminate what does not serve you. This isn't 2014, right? You don't have to do the follow for follow thing. That's not always the way to go. You've got to protect your energy. And some people who are following you, they might not even like you. I know I've got a guy that follows me, and I don't follow them, but they follow me. And they've said all types of crazy stuff to me, and they follow me anyway. Those are the types of people that you don't want following you. Like, they're watching you with envy and jealousy, and they're doing it almost like they're waiting for you to slip up. And you don't really want people watching you with that type of negative energy. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Remove them as followers if you need to. This lady said recently, people either care too much or they care too little. And we really need to focus on finding a center. And that really stuck with me. A big part of that is to just unfollow, remove followers, right? Like, connect with people that you really rock with. You know that they rock with you. Again, you owe nothing to anyone, okay? Not even a follow. We've got to get focused. This is not a popularity contest when it comes to social media. I know it's kind of set up to look that way, but this is life. No more games. Kick rocks to whoever and whatever is not serving you, because your peace and your energy, you must protect it at all costs. Next, do things on your time. So one of the reasons I quit my job is because the CEO, he was pushing this really weird narrative on everyone else forcefully. And there comes a time where you just have to say no, like enough, right? And you're the author of your story. You're the director of your movie, right? We have the ability to rewrite the script if necessary. This is why I talk a lot about building new skills, keeping your options open, keeping your mind open, and just developing, making yourself the best version of yourself so you can be prepared to do things on your time. We've got less than 60 days in a year, and with the time that we're blessed with, it's really going to help to start to really define your major purpose in life. When you have a deep purpose in your life, it's easier to do things on your time. When you're working for someone else, you're working in most cases for their dream, not yours. And they can manipulate the flow of your life if they want to, and if you let them. But there are people who will diss their children for their job. And that's when your priorities are just all out of whack. If that's something that you've done, really consider, like, man, what am I doing this for? Because that's time you can't get back. It's precious time. So really find your major purpose, cultivate your major purpose, and you'll be so driven that you're just going to speed ahead all of the whackness and just eventually be able to do things on your time when it's right for you. Lastly, put your phone away. Put your phone away, unplug completely. And I'm really into unplugging right now. The deeper I get into this, the more, people are reaching out, they're selling courses, there's all types of stuff going on. And this is in addition to all of the other distractions. And that's what they are, they're distractions. We have the ability to turn it off, to put it away, and find something that will make you uncomfortably productive that you can do instead of being on your phone. I made a bet with myself that every time I pick up my phone to go to social media, I have to recognize it and do 10 push-ups, and really work to be mindful and conscious of when you are reaching for your phone. And then when you do get on social media, I'm not saying you have to quit it altogether, but know why you're going to get on, and even put timers on if you need to. Like, okay, I'm going to scroll for 10 minutes and that's it. I'm off. Put on the timer, put it on your phone, then put it away. For me, it'd be a natural reaction to just pick up the phone and, go straight to Instagram and see my activity. It's very addicting. And, you're just looking for that next, like that, they call it that dopamine, right? Like a feel good hit. So it's addicting. And you want to find ways to get around that to serve yourself better. Maybe if you do get on, you've got it. Like for me, when I would get on Twitter, which I don't really get on anymore, but when I would get on Twitter, I had lists, and I created a list filled with people that just talk about motivational things. So that way, when I get on Twitter, I go straight to that list first. Then maybe I'll look at the trends and everything and see what's going on. But you want to curate the content that you're consuming if you are going to get on there. That's why it's important to unfollow people that aren't serving those interests for you. So I like to keep books around me. I keep a bunch of books around me. Activity books are dope. That way you'll just have something to keep your mind going. And it's just important to serve yourself well. And a lot of that means put your phone away. So if you got any value out of this video, okay, hit subscribe, share with your family. This is a new era that we're stepping into. Every new beginning starts with an ending. And as you seek to achieve better focus by eliminating things that no longer serve you, please understand that the door you close, don't be afraid to close it, because that door that you close will lead to a better door that you open next. Don't be afraid to start over if you have to. You don't have to do the same thing over and over again. I talked to some folks who were having trouble with their focus, and a lot of times it's just eliminating. It's not adding anything. Just trim it. Get right down to the point. You know what you need to do, and this will be a soul-searching exercise in evaluating your life and what things you might need to get rid of. For more videos like this, subscribe to the page. We're on Instagram at Freed Podcast, and we're drawing every day on Call Center TV at Call Center TV. I'm going to link 3 reasons to quit your call center job. Check that video out. It's the most popular video on this page. Let me know what you think. Things that I say in that video still resonate. New videos dropping every Friday. All right. I'll see you next week. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.